Okay, so I added in that second chicken, and 2 out of 5 of us are sick. Welcome back, you guys. Why is my kitchen a mess? That's none of your business. It's 100% of your business. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, we are not sick. I know I'm not sick. I'm not sick because I simply do not have the time or the energy to be sick. But we do have sickness in the house. And so I decided to combat that by making from scratch chicken soup. I made a lot, I made way too much. And then I forgot to show you the final results. I dropped a ton of it on the floor. It was your basic Beth S show. So we need to clean. And the first place we start, dishes. Let's get our dishes going and we can talk about this a little bit. So last Monday, I made a meal plan. It's you make meal plans and God laughs at you. I'm pretty sure that's the exact quote verbatim. So I made a meal plan and I went grocery shopping with you guys and we got everything ready. We were going to have grilled steaks, roasted sweet potato, and broccoli the first night. That did not go well. I actually have really cute footage of that though, so I've got to figure out how to put it back in. The second night we did have, it was successful. We successfully ate the steak Monday. Tuesday, I made a pot roast. It turned out exceptionally well. We were going to take leftover pot roast and turn it into pot pies on Thursday. I was going to roast chicken on Wednesday and take the leftover chicken, and we were going to make chicken Caesar salad wraps. And Tuesday night, one of my kids told me that she felt unwell, and my husband, let's get comfortable. Everybody ignore the fact that you can hear my chair. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a professional YouTuber. Nobody heard the creak of the chair. And no one hears Kesha snoring. It's fine. So when my husband gets sick, he progressively turns into the Unabomber. So he'll get a hoodie on, and then he gets on cozy pants, and then he puts the hoodie up over his head and like slunks back into it and just Unabombers. And that's how I know he is unwell. And so Wednesday morning, his alarm kept going off and I kept kicking him. And I was waiting for him to go let the dogs out and make the coffee, and he never did. So finally I was like, I guess I'll do it. It's like 8 a.m. Somebody's got to do it. So I let him sleep. Turns out he was sick. Saw it coming. We all knew it. But Tuesday night, one of my kids was like, I don't feel well. And I said, well, sleep it off. You'll rest. If you don't feel well tomorrow, we'll go to the doctor. We went to the doctor, negative for flu. The quick test for strep came back negative, and COVID came back negative. Long-term strep test is out, which is a massive bummer because what we were supposed to be doing together is getting ready for our annual Halloween party that we throw with our other homeschooly friends. And I just get a bunch of junk food to pregame the junk food that is Halloween, and everybody was going to come over. However, one of our friends just finished a very long 28-day hospital stay for really aggressive chemotherapy. He has, everybody knows Mason. Mason has cancer. He has leukemia, and it's really aggressive chemo, and he is not doing amazing. So now that we are showing signs of being sick, and it's a contagious sick, we are not going to have that party. And it sucks. It sucks, but because my house looks amazing. Yes, it sucks, but worse that Mason has cancer, but we cannot control that. We can't control how amazing my house was decorated. At least you guys got to see it. So we went to the doctor that morning, and I rapidly realized this is not the week for me to just start flim-flamming around trying to make pastries for the first time. Pastry dough, that's not going to happen. And I knew I had the chickens thawed out, and I was going to make chicken noodle soup from scratch because I really wanted. Yeah, I could use canned stock, or I guess box stock at this point, but we still refer to it as canned. But I really wanted it to come from like the bones and the gizzards and all of that. Like I wanted it to be a homemade bone broth. I wanted to have fresh herbs, if you will, in there. Like I wanted it to be really nutritious. And so that meant making it from scratch. And I destroyed my kitchen. I absolutely destroyed my kitchen. I also burned my finger so effing bad, I can't even describe it. There is a massive blister, and there's a blister under my blister. It's a joy. So I have all of my dishes to be cleaned. That I use the crock pot for the pot roast. I use that pan to sear the steak for the pot roast. It wasn't a steak. It was a, whatchamacallit? Crap. I have a second one. What is it? What is it called? You guys help me. A bottom round. Like a bottom round rump roasty situation. That's what I have. And then I have a second one that I forgot about until just now. So please, somebody remind me, go get it and vacuum seal it, because I also bulk bought a bunch of vegetables and I was going to chop them up and vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. Would have been brilliant to have, would have loved to have that easy thingy pre-made for myself so that when I went to go make this frickin' chicken soup, it would have been easier. But no, we didn't pre-game it. Like future Beth, past Beth, she sucks. She ruined future Beth's life, which is currently my current past Beth. And this was my today Beth doing dishes. Anyways, all of the Beths suck. So I still haven't chopped up all those veggies. I just veggied as I go. TM. And I wish I had more. It doesn't matter. That's in the past. So we ruined meal plan week and I filmed 3 days worth. So I have some of that chicken soup footage for you guys because I really wanted to show you why I destroyed my kitchen, like all of the steps that it took. And also, I'm really proud of it. It turned out so delicious. I don't have like a final result for you because I'm an idiot, but here. Hey, okay, it's Wednesday. Sorry. 2 out of 5 of us are sick. And I'm like gaslighting myself into being sick. Now I'm like, oh, does my throat hurt? Just going to make a homemade chicken noodle soup. If I have noodles, I have to order in groceries. Anyways, I spent the morning at walk-in clinic and then forgot to pick up half of the things that I wanted to grab. So we're gonna order in groceries. Anyways, I wanna get a few other seasonings like thyme and rosemary. I have dried, but I would like fresh herbs for the soup. I'll check to see if I have squiggly noodles. I'll do that real quick. God damn, potato. I'm not trying to kill you, potato. You try to kill me. It's opposite day. Oh my God. Okay, so potato tried to kill me. I don't have squiggle noodles, which I think are referred to as egg noodles. So I'll order those. There's butter. I'm making chicken noodle soup. The end. I'm gonna get the chickens out, get them ready to start roasting them, and then I will pull the chicken off and make the stock from scratch. But first, chicken's on the pan. Ew. Now I feel like I'm using too much butter. That's silly. No, I'm not. It's fine. Okay, here are my 2 chickens. I'm just going to do the classic salt, pepper, salt, because this is going in a soup. Although I bet you my son has some of this roast chicken for lunch. He really likes it's a lot of onion salt. And my oven's preheated. I preheat it to 375. We're gonna cook these for like 2.5 hours, apparently, until it's cooked all the way through. Oofda. See you later. All right, let's bring them out. Gosh darn it, don't drop it. You didn't, you're amazing. So I want these to cool, but I also want to roast the innards. I'm just gonna use the same pan. Disgusting, ew. Okay, so we're gonna, ow, I burned myself. Be careful, Elizabeth. All right. All right, ew, ew, ew. And these chunks, hold on. I'd wash my hands. Gross. Ugh. All right, let's do that. Back in it goes. a giant stock pot. Yes! My groceries are here. I'll be right back. Thyme, rosemary, sage, one of the chicken's leg meat was not fully cooked. I didn't temp it because I just didn't think to for some reason. The rest of the meat was fine, so I threw that chicken leg in the stock so we can cook this meat for the soup. It's gonna cook more anyways, so I'm not worried about the undercooked chicken. But the second chicken I threw in the oven, I'm gonna cook it for a little bit longer. The gizzards and everything have roasted. And this is all the drippings from, come here, come be a part of this, will you? And this is the drippings from when I first did the chickens. I'm gonna put this directly in my stock. I'll add the second chicken, you don't need to be a part of that, but I'm going to start adding water to this and get it going. It is 1:21. I am going to probably pull the stock off at 5:30 and then we can eat by 6:30. Okay, so I added in that second chicken and this, I filled it up to about, sorry you guys, clearly not the camera for steam. I filled it out, it was about to here. Things have cooked down quite a bit. I'm going to, bless you Leroy, get off me. I'm gonna start the soup now by just simply transferring some of this over because I still want it to cook down a little bit more for other parts. Also, I added in half of a lemon without you guys knowing, so surprise. Okay, I'm gonna do this in kind of a crazy way. I have this thing, I have my strainer. Oh, swing and a miss. I spilled. Fat separator. That's what that is. It's called a fat separator. Oops, stop doing that. So, well, that separates down. Just the worst possible way we can do this. Cautionary tale, don't try this at home. Add a tiny bit of oil just so that the butter doesn't burn. This hasn't all the way unfrozen from being in the fridge. I have my vegetables pre-chopped. I have my diced up chicken that I'm gonna add. I have my noodles, but that's last. Rosemary, thyme, and sage. Just absolutely everywhere. That went everywhere. Okay, I had to take out some of the vegetables. This is not my biggest pot. I don't know where my kids put my giant pot. They just put it somewhere. I know they did. All right, we're going to turn this into a little satchel. And they say not to tie it so tight that the herbs can't breathe, but tight enough that they can't get out. I will wait. there's no final results of that because I forgot what I was doing and I just fed all of my family and I had to coerce my children into eating it. And I was like, this is for your health. Freaking eat it. So because I thought I had a larger pot, but clearly didn't, some of those veggies got a little bit cooked and that bothered me. So I didn't want to leave them in that state, if that makes sense. And what I ended up doing was I strained out all of the rest of that stock in the big Bertha pot. And then I just made another batch of chicken noodles, chicken soup, no noodles. The noodles can be added later if I feel like it. Potato has forgiven me for booting her halfway across the house and almost both of us dying. But I cooked up all of that soup. It is both things are just in the fridge getting ready for me to portion them out and freeze them. But I just don't feel like it right now, you guys. But I am going to eat soup in a little bit. We're going to have soup tonight too, because I want my kids to eat the nutrients. I want them to have something nutritious. We're going to have soup for dinner tonight. Tomorrow's Halloween. We're just going to have oven pizza. Also, my oven pizza was buy one, get one free. Absolutely. I would love that 100%. I will get all of it. Thank you. So my throat doesn't hurt. I'm fine. I'm absolutely healthy. Although I am thinking about those cough drops that I know are in my kitchen. So that would be a fun little thing for me to go get. I got some ginger lemon tea. I got actual lemons and honey. And I was thinking that I'm going to go ahead and make some tea for my daughter. Okay, weirdly enough, as my kid got sick, I was also watching a review of, oh my God, what was the book called? In the House of Ruby Frankie. It was written by her daughter. It's about family vlogging. And a big portion of it that I had just been listening to was about how, whenever the kids got sick in that family vlogging channel, because it's a family vlogging channel, she's super famous because she went to prison for a very long time for child abuse. But, anyways, oh, also, Delicious for Millennial Meg, remind me to tell you later. It had to do with that Mormon influencing thing that we're seeing lately. Where the Mormon church is like super into Mormon family vloggers because it's really good for their brand. So, anyways, but they were talking about when they got sick, how Ruby would be like, yes, this is amazing. You're the star of the episode. So now I was like, oh, F word. I know that this isn't that, but like at the same time, I'm like, do I even want to say which of my kids is sick? It's barely a cold. But like now I'm like, is it too much? Should I have talked about Mark being the Unabomber when he's sick? Like, anyways, it's a whole mind F. And I had been thinking a lot about it. Very weird. So yes, I am grateful that I didn't vlog inside walk-in clinic being like, okay, be as sick as humanly possible. We got to get this footage. I am grateful that she doesn't have COVID because we still haven't ever had COVID. My kids and I, Mark has. And I genuinely am like, we're immune. Like we're clearly immune. And if my kids aren't immune, I'm going to get rid of them. Like I just gross. Like I barely kept Mark because like, how are you not immune? I am so proud of that. Like we are, what is that movie with Will Smith? Also now I'm bummed out because Will Smith exists. I Am Legend. That's what it was. Now we're all a little bit sad because we remember that the Smith Jada Pinkett family exists. Sorry about that. It's a bummer of an episode. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I made a ton of chicken soup. Now, future Beth is going to be grateful for today, Beth, because I just did it and I spilled everywhere. I dropped everything and used up like all of my pots and pans. And by the end of the day, it took so long. By the end of the day, I was like, F it. And I just left my kitchen like that and didn't get to sit in my nest because my stupid husband was nesting during his illness. So I had to sit in a different spot of the couch. It's like seriously a tragedy over here. But look, okay, I love the second that I get my little nest fixed up. Kesha's like, yeah, I'll be a part of your decor. And look at her sitting there being the best little couch pillow. She's my little decoration. Oh, okay. Also, on Monday when I went shopping, hold on, I can tell you the story really quickly. When we were in the walk-in clinic, there were two little old ladies with walking canes. And one had like a ton of sunflowers and the other one was like a very hippie vibe, colorful thing. And it made me realize that when I am old and I need to walk with a walker, I'm definitely getting seasonally decorated walkers. So on Monday, I went to the post office as part of my errands and I got this package and I wanted to show you. I also got a package. I don't have anything to open this package. Just kidding. MacGyver. I got a pen. If you got a pen, you can not only open packages, but you could potentially muck duck someone. Okay. You can open most of a package. The rest is brute force. What is this? It's wrap. The effort, my love. Open last. Got it. What a rude thing to say to me. You don't tell me the order I open my packages. Okay. Everybody shut up. 1, 2. Open last. Really nice handwriting. It's annoying. Have worse handwriting. What is this? Opalex Healthy Hair Conditioning Set. Scalp longevity. I do want to keep my scalp as long as humanly possible. I love you. Thank you so much. To be determined if you disclose who you are. Wait, did you disclose who you are up here? Gina. I hope you wanted that said out loud. Okay, what's this? Gina, I don't know that if you're a sweet potato, so I'm definitely going to have this footage again. Shut up. You are so stupid. This made me so happy. Fuck, this made me really, really, really happy. Shut up. Gina. Okay, you guys, she had it. This sucks. It says tidy as you go TM. Beth. Tidy as I go TM. Why do I love this so much? Why does a piece of wood is giving me feelings, like really big feelings? I love this wood. That's what she said. I'm opening it last because you said so. Am I sweating? Sure. Keep rocking it, Beth. And simply thanks for being your awesome feral self. Hugs, Gina. Without making it weird. Well, maybe just a little weird, but not cringy weird. It's cringy. Physically cringe. I cringed. What the? Attack? You attacked me with the stand. It has a stand. Okay, so how freaking cute was that? Also, I lied to you previously. That wasn't my Monday vlog. That was my Tuesday's members vlog. And that's why I was like, oh no, what if you're not a sweet potato lover member? Don't get to see this vlog. And then you never know that you made me so happy. So I wanted to put it in here, jam it in so that Gina, thank you. So yeah, I opened that with my teeth. I'm so sorry. But I finally got a CO2 replacement for my soda stream. So now I can have even more soda water with even fewer cans throughout my house because that is just the way we go. I am not in love with this. Not this, but this. I'm pointing at my throat because it doesn't hurt. I feel fine. I highly doubt that anything is impacting me whatsoever. The second I finish this up, I am going to make myself some tea. Oh, what I was saying, you'll see it in a little bit. I do make some tea with honey and lemon and the tea packet and everything like that. And I brought it to my daughter who was absolutely passed out. She has slept almost all of today. So that's fun. Waiting for did I ponder out loud? When do you think we get the strep test back, like the long-term strep test? So I do have a few pumpkin carving kits. I need to get those out. We're just going to carve our tiny pumpkins. And that's what we're going to do. My kids will still be able to trick or treat because it is out in the open. I remember one year forever ago, one of my kids, like we were trick or treating And it was cold, and because we were living in Oregon at the time, and it was not very long into trick or treating. And one of them was like, I want to go home. And I thought that was crazy because Halloween is hands down the favorite holiday, right? And so we got home and everyone dumps out their candy and sorts. And she was sitting in front of the fireplace and just like didn't have any interest. And I finally like grabbed her hand and I realized how hot she was. And I took her temperature. She had 102-degree fever. So probably why she wasn't so into trick or treating. But I'm going to finally look at how gross my stove was. It's because I kept spilling all of it. Every little bit of it. I was knocking things over. I was overfilling. I had way too much soup in that pot pan than I should have. It was a nightmare. So I still have a few dishes that I need to get through, but you guys, I just don't care. I really don't. I'm not about that life right now. I am glad I didn't just like let it ride, and just the way things are not feeling right now for me, I feel fine. I'm fine. This is all fine. The how fine I am feeling right now really lends me to believe that I will feel even better tomorrow. And so I'm glad that I took today's energy to reset the kitchen. Typically, what I would like to do is I just let it be disgusting. And I would be like, oh, you should rest. If you feel this good now, imagine. Oh, also the back of my earring that had fallen out was in that dust pile and I picked it out because I'm gross. So I'll clean it. But the other day I was like, where the hell is the back of my earring? There it is. So the end for that, I guess, is what I am trying to say. Um, yeah, I wanted to have this reset just in case, like, what if everybody felt great? There was nothing contagious and we could have our Halloween party tomorrow with Mason. It just doesn't feel accurate. I just don't think it's going to happen. Um, but hopefully, okay, next year we'll have to do it. So this is me preparing the tea for my daughter who is absolutely just racked out. And this is the exact tea I'm going to make in a moment. But that was about all of the cleaning that I felt like I was going to do. I was just pretty much done with it. That's a huge lie. I just looked down. There's a lot more cleaning that I got done. Interesting. Um, so when I ordered the bag of lemons, it looked like it had like 7 lemons in it. And then it's this tiny little bag with 4 freaking lemons. Fine. Yeah, could make some more of that tea. That sounds really good. But so the kitchen is reset. I am not going to go back and do the dishes. I was letting all of the dishwasher run. That takes about 3 hours, and we'll see what happens when I come back to it. I do get all of my floors vacuumed, not mopping, because I'm going to have to do a big clean when I take down the Halloween decor anyways. Outside decor is not even up. We'll do that tomorrow, I guess. But this is what I finished with the house. So that's nice. And here is the final result. We have a few dishes in the sink, but most of our dishes are done. Let's ignore the fact that I have so many potatoes and everything, but my stove is not disgusting. My counters are put together and look spooktacular again. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that I said that. I'm sorry that I said spooktacular, you guys. Please don't forget to dislike this video on your way out. But look at my little man. Look at him. He's so handsome. He's the cutest boy ever. So I have everything reset. Dinner is ready for today. I have very little effort to put in for dinner tomorrow and then, trick-or-treating and stuff like that. So I am set. I am fine. This is fine. I am healthy. Thank you for spending time with, but you know what I meant, right? I love you. Bye.